What's up, everybody? Back here working on the 83 again. Got the fuel tank down underneath there, getting ready to run it up into where it's gonna go. Went ahead and got the pink for, I'd hook it up still for the sender, and then I got the red, which is 12 volt out for the pump, and then the ground on the frame. Just ground on the frame, obviously. On the inside, I've worked a little bit more. Still got some wires in here, but I went ahead and made a harness for the oil, water, and volts, and I went ahead and ran that. Got the battery hooked up to got the power hooked up for the lights. Got the OBD2 port mounted, like I said in the last video. Still gotta mount the check engine light, and I'll probably be doing that here maybe after a bit. But the biggest thing I'm doing is actually mounting the transmission so I can go ahead and put the correct speedometer gear in the transfer case, and then get the transfer case mounted to the transmission, change the transmission filter so I can go ahead and get that done. But as you guys can see here, we have a stock rubber bushing or rubber mount. Got plenty of room up top. That's about what my truck has. This Crossmember's out of a K5 Blazer, I believe he said he got it for me. It's out of one with a 700 R4. So it's like a later 80s one. As you can see, there's plenty of room on each side for the headers, really. This is just C-clamped up. I have to drill 4 holes. So here shortly I'll put the pressure back on the jack, and then I will go ahead. Okay, must be 6 o'clock. Alright, so then I need to drill 2 holes here, 2 holes here, and then bolt this cross member in. Should be pretty good. If it should be about the correct pinion angle, because this is going to be stock ride height. Just going to get a tad bit bigger tire. As you can see, I ran the hose in. Yes, the return is 5/16, but I've got the 3/8 inch down, so we'll see if we got a leak there, and I have to swap that out later on, but shouldn't be. Blue tape's on there to know that's the feed. To hook up to the feed, that's right here. That's right here is the feed, and then that's the return. So we'll hook all them up, run them. I'll probably end up running the line down the frame, and then shooting them across there. I'm gonna try to keep them as high as possible. Probably put some heat tape around them too, being the exhaust is going to be right there probably. So I also got to hook up the shifter, which I need to get the shift bracket off of the transmission that I'm going to be using for one of the swaps. Actually, it's the one that was going to be in the K5 Blazer. It's got a 700 door 4 deal for the rod. So I'll go ahead and use it. I gotta finish pulling this tank out. I gotta pry it out. It's a suck right here of this bolt. So there really is nothing holding it in there right now. So I'm gonna pull that out, pull the tank switch out, take some of the fuel lines out. But the biggest thing I'm gonna do today is get the transmission bolted in solid. So yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna do right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put the pressure back on the jack, punch some holes, or mark some holes, then just drill them out. So yeah, we'll go ahead and maybe hit a time lapse on for you guys, so you guys can watch the fun and excitement. Alright, so after digging through my pile of bolts, I found some metric ones. After digging through my pile of new bolts, I realized I didn't have a 7/16. So We'll see if these fit. They don't. So we're gonna have to punch these out a little bit more. Just a hair more than a 7/16. These are metric, they're great. 10.9, and I got nuts with washers and all that garbage. So yeah, they'll be pretty nice, I think. So go ahead and punch these holes out one more time. As you look at it, it's a good fitment. Nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to pop this tank out right quick. But I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit closer to the action. There we go. Ground's unhooked. Got some lines in there though. I can get up in there and chop them off with the bolt cutters. There's a ground. It's a good ground too. Not compared to the old racing knife. Okay, so now we're gonna remove this speed sensor. Well, it's not sensor, but it's gear. And replace it with this one, which is for 410s and 32-inch tires, which is what he's going to be running in this truck when he's done with it. It's a 10mm bolt holding this clamp down. I like to take a rag, put over this because it's aluminum, take our pliers. And there we go. There's the housing and the O-ring. Might need to file on them threads a bit. We'll test the centeront. There's like a seal in there. And a C-clip that goes down in there. That holds the seal in. Then you have your gear here, which is a black. I'm not sure how many tooth it is. Normally they're not stamped, so that's that handy for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab 15mm, buzz these tail housing bolts out. We'll let it pull this out, get right to the gear so we can change it out. It'll verify it's a 32 tooth input shaft. There, now you can see it a little better. Beat it out of adjusting. Alright, fat and lazy, so. Alright, I'm gonna try to heave this in here. This is why our backs and shoulders and stuff is no good. Okay, that's obviously not the correct angle.
Alright guys, getting ready to call it a night on the truck.
Here it is. I got the transfer case in today. Got the transmission mounted. Crossmember, the whole drill for the crossmember. Got the crossmember mounted. So the engine is now finally in its final resting place and where it's going to be. Now I just have fuel to do. Got to mount the tank. The lines ran. I got to do finish up the interior. Got a little bit more wiring up under the hood here to do. The majority of it's done. But we are getting closer to having a running truck. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the transmission pan, change the transmission filter, add some transmission fluid, and get the fuel tank in, the fuel tank hooked up, put some fuel in it. I need to pump the gas out of the Trans Am. It's 91 octane and it's not that old. So I will probably pump the fuel out of this car into gas cans and then put it into this truck for right now, just because I need someplace to put 3/4 of a tank of gas out of this car so I can drop the tank in this car and do the in-tank fuel pump with the sump tank out of like a fuel injected car. So I need to do that. So I'll probably just put the fuel from that into this, just so it'll be filtered pre and post pump, so it'll be filtered clean fuel. We'll be dumping into this truck. And then I gotta hook it up to the computer yet. I gotta tune VATs out of it, turn secondary O2s off, EGR, all that stuff needs to be turned off. I'll have to tune it to the speed sensor in the truck, or the speed sensor, the Dakota digital speed sensor. Have to get all the interior back together. I've got pretty much all the heat stuff. He will need a new vacuum pump or vacuum ball, which he can get, and then just run a tube over to this T, and he'll have vacuum for the heat, for his heater controls. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, got quite a little bit left, but it'll be beast when it's done, so. Yeah. Just gonna start marking stuff off my list. I do have 2 bolts to put back in the transfer case yet. Top one, which I just didn't want to fight putting it in tonight. And then the bottom one, I actually have to unbolt the transmission mount to get it to fit. So, I don't know about you guys, it's hot. This has been a long video anyways. It's 90 degrees right here in the shop right now. I'd probably work tomorrow, but it's supposed to be triple digits, so I will probably just take time off tomorrow to finish editing this video, I guess, and a couple others. So anyways, guys, we will catch you guys in the next one. If you're enjoying content here, do subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take my square body home tonight, so we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.